day-to-day life and day-to-day activities. So from there comes the call from the Owen Academy to reach out to the Pakistani community in particular, and anyone else who's listening elsewhere. If protective behavior programs are not taught in your country, in your city, in your school, we are reaching you out because we've been trained on this, and we can actually provide these trainings in schools. So we wanted to give a glimpse of what it is actually is all about, and then we can take it to the next level in a long time.
Sir, I would like to, well, I will take your take also on this, but one more question connected to what Sir had to say. Sir, the comparison that you've been presenting in terms of what Pakistan is offering is, we are very unfortunately, I wanted to announce this, that we don't even touch upon the basics needs of basis that the children have exposure to get them aware of these safety rules. And recently I have been trying to videos where these rules have been made the parents, but I don't see action of the parents or inclination of the mass towards this, in this direction. How would you make it a mind that this problem have to highlight the problems that may occur if we don't address right now? Maybe you want to talk about that, highlight that.
First of all, I wanted to mention something very important. All it takes is one brick to take this upon his shoulder as a responsibility and face the challenges by actually trying his very best to protect kids from falling into the arms of the outside world. So all it takes is one school, perhaps, to apply that holistic approach of protective behavior. I wanted to tell you something. In Australia, and I'm not trying to make a comparison, I'm just trying to tell you that Australia do not about halal or haram, because that's not understanding of how to rule a country system. They have recognized they reach at the age, by the time they reach to 18, they are already human. There's no more. Yes, we protect them and equip them with the necessary knowledge and skill at a very, very early age. If a Western country who does not care much about them when it comes to people's behavior, they have thought of this. How about us, having a lost messenger first before anything else, politics and whatnot. So if we don't have in our hearts, if we don't take the lead, corruption begins. I'll give you the bad news. Is that Pakistan, one of the countries, and I don't want to highlight one single. Many countries are infected with these diseases, but Pakistan is one of the top countries who are suffering from these issues. Yet, we don't want to talk about it. Like, until when? We keep our mouths shut and not to address these issues that are too prevalent. Perhaps in every single home, there is a problem when it comes to protective behavior.
So, sir, rather I'll take it from Pakistan, that it is saying that, as Sir mentioned, that there are some issues pertaining to these which are not being addressed. And the name that we give is religion or culture. In the name of religion, culture is one of the reasons why we don't dare to talk about it, right? Yes. What do you think would be major impact in the near future of this particular, culture piece that we have set? What are we expecting to happen?
What I think is it's going to be better because now a lot of people have started talking. I mean, like I have started spreading this with Brother Wahil, and we have other team members who are actually getting trained from our academy, and we are actually talking about it now live and on different platform. I'm going and talking about it to everyone, and when I talk to people about it, because I want to know their opinion, their mothers, their fathers, their children, their students, they first they make this wide eyes, and then they say, okay, I think this is high time that we do talk about it, because every household is suffering from these behavior issues, the taboos, because every family, like brother said, it's a taboo. That's why we don't want to discuss, and parents don't feel that much confidence in them to talk about these things with the children. They feel that these are like no kind of thing to discuss, and children find out from other other mediums, the net or the friends or these things, which is a problem. Then they get into the things they should not be. So now like it's in the future, the present, we are trying that the future is different now. So we talk about it at homes and tell them the no's and yes and what is good and bad about it, and openly talk about it so that the children don't fall into wrong habits and behaviors. So I think the culture will change. Society and culture is actually us. We are the one who made it. We are the one who have to change it. So it has to start from somewhere. So we are the one who are going to do it. So I think we have taken that step already. And what I see when I talk to people about it on many platforms, they actually say, okay, yes, it's high time that we spread this knowledge and we talk about it. So I think, sorry, it's going to be better that we started, and we have started, and alhamdulillah.
Sir, I'm throwing this question to you. Sir, as I told you earlier, like I have addressed myself these kind of problems in my classrooms as well, and I have, come across some instances where the children were into these kind of things, and I had to address it, and I could not let it go. Somehow or the other, it was there in my heart, and I had to address it. What impact otherwise I saw was the destructive behavior, the disengagement in the academics. The third thing that I really faced was that they were least interested in whatever was going around them and were more interested in what was there at the background, at the back of their mind, maybe, probably. So will that in a long run have a major impact? Have you come across any such incident which has been a result of such behavior?
Absolutely, because we are bombarded with inappropriate media,
Yes.
Inappropriate content, without supervision, with access to internet and cell phones and iPads and whatnot, 24/7 now. That we call it the third hand.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
people are using their internet devices like a chewing gum. So with these things being the main in their lives, how in the world how will any teacher compete with technology if we are lagging behind? If the teachers themselves are not creative in classrooms, how will you actually compete with TikTok and Snapchat and all these presentations that are eye-catching, like can grab their attention much more than a teacher just sitting with an old style of approach, talking to kids who their minds are in the games and so on. So yes, it will have a very, very negative impact unless we create that bridge between our generation as teachers, parents, and the younger ones. And that happened by two things, and this is the main focus of protective behavior curriculum that we are teaching. Number one, every person, every child, every student have the right to feel safe. So whatever they do, they must feel at the end that they are in a safe environment, where it can establish the second part, which is if you are safe in an environment, you will reach out to an adult, a teacher or a parent, to talk to them about absolutely anything. And this is what is lacking in our community, sister.
Yes.
That we don't have that safe environment where a child will go to his father and tell him, Dad, I have a problem with pornography. Or Dad, I have committed an act of haram yesterday with a girl in my school or a classmate. What do? I need to correct myself. If the child don't feel safe in his own home, will he go and talk to his father? Will he go and talk, or will the girl who does something wrong, will she go and talk to her mother? She knows that slippers will fly on her faces. She knows that scolding will happen. Yeah, she knows all these things. So how will we be able to actually solve the problems that our youth, our youngsters are facing?